Oh, okay. Well, good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Carvey,
K Money.
thank you, sir. Debo.
Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
And Michelle.
Leave her where she's at.
And
Leave her alone.
Michelle.
If you call her name, she'll show.
No, 3 times, right?
Kind of like the devil.
Beetlejuice.
No, you ain't got to call her 3 times. You can just say once, Michelle, and here she come.
Okay. All right. Well,
she's not here now because she's trying to make me be wrong, but
and she comes by the door and she peeks at the door.
She's fighting. She's fighting within her.
She's coming by the door.
Inner person. That other.
Look at she want to come.
What is
in.
that other?
She walked. She's coming.
Got
back.
Another personality going on.
That other.
Yeah. That part right there.
Oh my God.
Mike Tyson, man, you came in the door.
Oh man, y'all was talking about because my guy was talking about the fight. Well, I don't call it a fight, call it an exhibition. Man, come on now. Here's the great thing for all you folks who have Netflix, you've already paid for it. They're saying, I heard somebody say yesterday, it's democratizing sports that people could get Netflix. They said about 80 people tried to watch it, overwhelmed their capacity to stream.
80 people?
80 million.
Oh, yeah, put the million on there.
I wasn't just 80.
Because you said 80 people. I'm like, wow, they don't have much capacity.
And then and I didn't know this young lady go, well, what about when you used to split the cost of the fight? Pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. Did anybody ever do that? You ever do that? You split the cost of the fight?
Yeah. Whoever house she was going to. What are you talking about? That's how you talking about splitting it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was told it was only $6.99 to watch this fight. $6.99.
To stream it? I mean, to pay for it?
Yeah.
Well, and then it says something because Michelle even said this, that the best fight on the card that night were the women fighting. That was the most competitive fight that they had there. I have not been a boxing fan for a while, though, so maybe that's it, too. I told folks I stopped buying fights after the Tyson Spinks fight.
I stopped buying during the Tyson era.
Right, because am I spending $45, $50 back then? That was a lot of money back then. $40, $50 for a fight, and then and Mike Spinks, he was falling down before he even got in the ring. I was like, dude, look like you want to fight. He just got in, did enough so he could take the knockout because he got knocked out with the first round, didn't he?
Well, a lot of folks Tyson fought got knocked out first round.
Right. And so people get mad. They go out and get some popcorn.
Yeah, you got a house full of people.
Right.
And he run up on them and boop, 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 and they down.
And most of them was just scared if they just would have did what Buster Douglas did. Hit him back.
No.
Hit him back.
Do what you said you would do.
Oh, run?
Run.
Well, Spinks was trying to run, but he didn't run far.
Well, I wonder what they would do if you ran. Would the referee stop the fight because you were running? Or would he?
I'm pretty sure that's in the rules.
I think one of my great memories of a fight.
It can't be in the rules. You can't tell me I can't run.
Mike, was it Vander Holyfield? Who was he fighting? He was fighting.
I do recall somebody running for quite a.
Well, what he did was, I think he was fighting Larry Holmes.
Okay.
And Larry Holmes hit him so hard, and he stepped there for a minute, turned his back, and walked away. I had never seen that before. So at the end of the fight, they interviewed him. They said, so what were you thinking when you turned your back and walked away? He said, I'm thinking I was here too long. I've been here too long. Oh, that was one of the great memories. It's like, right? Why am I still standing here so you get another shot?
Watch this, Keith. Hey, Carvey.
Yeah.
On paper or allegedly. No, I just want to ask you a question, man. I mean, I want to see where you're at.
All right.
Who was the hardest hitting boxer of all time? They say. Now, I don't know. But I've been told a particular name.
I mean, I'm sure it's Ali.
No.
Wait. I got one more. They made a movie about him.
George Foreman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Big George.
Big George.
Yeah, they said that boy
Well, ask Mike Moore,
Big
who's
George.
still in denial that he knocked him out. You know, so
he's still in
denial, dude.
rehab.
He didn't just knock you out. He knocked you out.
The movie is good
Oh, hey,
too.
I knew she was coming back.
She
I
couldn't
knew
resist. I know it.
And Sonny Liston.
And we didn't call it 3 times. I
Right.
told you.
Sonny Liston.
Hey.
Sonny Liston.
There was
Mike Tyson.
restrictions on what Mike could do.
Okay, we got that.
No, evidently you don't.
It was a handy match.
He was crying. They put that metal plate
Mike
on
Tyson to beat the brakes off you right now. If he walked up in the studio, hands
As
down,
I said earlier, the last great
you
punch
would go
Mike Tyson
down.
threw was in The Hangover.
In
That was the
one-
last great punch he
you know
threw.
what? You gonna stop talking about a great like this.
No, but what he did say about Mike was that even if he walked in the studio right now, he'd have to catch him. He said he's gonna die of a heart attack before
Yeah, he ain't gonna
before
let me hit me.
Mike's
That's
gonna have a heart
I
attack
ain't got no points
trying
to prove.
to catch him.
Why do you think Mike is not in good shape?
For 58, he's probably in great shape. But
Okay,
he's 58.
you're older than Mike Tyson,
That's what I'm saying. I could be in great shape for my age, but I'm still old.
but
Yeah, but
So your reflexes
your great
are not
shape
the
is not
same.
his great shape.
And the
Keep
power,
running.
well, I'm sure he got with trainers. He looked like he was in real good condition. So he got with a trainer. But it don't matter.
He
He's
may-
58.
He may still train every day. It might be a part of his regimen.
He's
you know what? I'm calling Mike Tyson as soon as I leave here because I'm sick of you.
You should have called him the
Let
night.
him come on up in here. Ain't nobody scared of no old
Go
Mike
ahead.
Tyson.
Talk strong.
Old one.
Oh, and I'm scared of the young one. I
Operative
ain't
word
scared of
being
the
old.
old
I
one.
said Mike Tyson whipping you with one hand behind his back.
Because he could probably only use one hand.
See,
Because he old.
really?
He old,
You
man.
got something against old?
No,
Look
I'm
at
just
him.
acknowledging.
58 is not old. He
You just keep
old.
on-
He
For
old.
boxing,
He
58 is old.
No, it ain't.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
That's
Certain
old for
sports-
boxing, Michelle.
Oh, yeah. He
30,
had
35 is old for football.
If they was
That's
worried about
58
it,
is old for golf.
why they put restrictions on him?
I don't know, so nobody get hurt.
No,
It's an
that really, you
exhibition.
think they care?
Yes, it's an
No.
exhibition.
No.
I think you have to put something in writing for Mike. I'm sure there was something that spoke to biting. I'm serious. I'm sure there was
I
something
don't
that
appreciate
spoke
all
to.
the disrespect.
No,
He was
I'm
biting that
being
glove.
serious.
There's a ton of disrespect
Cannot
going
bite.
on up in here right now.
Can't use your
yeah.
uppercut.
No
That's
knee
what-
to the groin.
That's
No,
what's
no
so
punches.
messed up about American.
No headbutting.
No headbutt. Oh,
keeps
that was
headbutting me. He keeps headbutting
he
me.
was notorious headbutter.
Yeah, he's headbutting me.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He
Mike
was
Tyson used
not.
everything
no,
in the
what's the
toolkit.
name?
Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield was headbutting him.
He
That's
was
why he
not-
said he
yeah,
bit him.
exactly. Mike Tyson
Mike
was not
Ty-
no
Yeah, he
notorious
kept-
Oh
headbutter.
yeah, he was
Ain't
the
nobody
cleanest
never
fighter.
said that. No, you making up stuff.
Ain't nobody
Mike
making
Mike
up
never
stuff.
had the headbutt.
I mean,
because
headbutt for
most
what?
of his fights,
and then
you
you
was
said
knocked out in the
notorious.
first 2
Like,
minutes.
Yeah.
name fights Mike Tyson was headbutting.
The
Notorious.
Holyfield fight.
Holyfield was headbutting Mike Tyson.
Did he headbutt him back, Michelle?
He was headbutting Mike Tyson.
Did he headbutt him back?
He did, and then when that didn't work, he bit
Hit
him.
him.
Name another fight. Since he was
Holyfield
notorious.
too.
You know what? See, exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all some too.
No, I love Mike. That's my guy.
I cannot tell you.
Man,
The
you are so
level-
locked in the 80s.
I am not. I'm just.
You are locked in the 80s.
locked
Y'all
in
was
the
getting all loyalty.
Yes, loyalty. Me, Colin Kaepernick, Mike Tyson, loyalty. Y'all wouldn't know nothing
Mike
about
Jordan. You who else? Who
Mike
else?
Who?
Jo-
Mike
Mike-
Jordan. Why would I
team?
be loyal to Michael Jordan?
I don't know because
He's the greatest of all time.
He ain't did nothing for me
What
to be
about
loyal to
Pimpin?
him.
What about Pimpin?
Pippin or
Pimpin',
Pimpin?
I was like, Pimpin. Is this about Pipkin?
Yeah. Pipkin.
Yeah, I
It's
like
Pippin.
it.
Pipkin.
The extra. The
We
extra.
ain't talking about Christopher.
Scotty Pimpin.
I thought it was about
Pippin.
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 Or were
What
you-
about him?
Oh, you saying pimpin?
I was
So,
saying
Let me ask this
Pippin.
question.
Just say Scott.
If this was a regular pay-per-view, were they charging you regular pay-per-view, $40, $50, do you think that fight would have sold?
I think it would have sold, but I don't think that they could have put those
they was only charging
stipulations
$40
in
or
place.
$50.
Only.
Because
To
we
see
used to
old
pay
Mike
150 back in the day. I don't think it would have sold.
For a fight.
She must have been back
She
down
must
the
have been
backwoods.
You must have had some real good.
Don't act like them HBO fights didn't cost $100 back in the day. They did.
They
I
get
don't
close.
recall.
I don't
No,
close.
that was like $99. They was $100. What is y'all talking about?
Wow.
Yes, they were.
I didn't say that. Why you talking to me like that?
I'm just saying, just because you broke Negroes couldn't afford it. Yes, it was.
No, we broke Negroes wasn't paying that inflated price.
What's the comparison
I
to
had
now?
bootleg anyway, so I got them all.
That's why you can't talk. That's why
I know. I got them all free.
That's why you sitting up here looking like, oh, I wouldn't know.
That was so crazy.
I was still in
Time
cable.
Warner figured out people had
I was
bootleg.
still.
So you know what they do? They send a truck through your neighborhood, find the signal, shut the signal down.
Oh, is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. They because they go through and see who's using the boxes illegally from a truck.
I wouldn't know because I never did.
Oh, you mean now?
I don't think they do.
I don't think you can do
Back
it now.
in the day.
Back in the day? Well, no. I mean, what is the closest to that?
Who
now? Fire
stole
stick?
cable? That's just
Me.
awful.
Most people.
I hope the statute
Especially when we got the box.
Me.
I had cable, but you had to get the box.
Oh, I got the box.
You got
Trust
the
me.
box. Come on, who
Doing
stole
illegal
cable?
wiring.
Then I learned how
I'm
to do
so
the box my
bald.
doggone self.
It's doing
I
wiring.
Tell it.
learned how to do my own
You
box.
going to jail? Bro.
No, they too late.
And don't have a friend working for the cable company
We all have friends that
because they hook you up.
Hey,
That's my good friend Jose.
I wonder
Jose
how
hooked us
lucrative
up.
that business
Y'all
is.
just
now.
get raggedier by the moment, man.
I wonder how lucrative that business is now with all of the streaming capabilities and so forth.
It ain't.
It's
like
had to have taken a major
when file
hit.
sharing first came out, right?
Right.
And then once they caught up with the technology, figured out how to get people paid. I was Rhonda because we were talking about moving. We have an old hard drive and like getting rid of it. What's on it? I said, well, all the music files I got, they gone.
Mhm.
They wiped all them out.
Mm.
They all got wiped out. And then we get Apple Music, and I'm a big fan of Apple Music. I know you pay, but I like Apple Music. I think it's now. I think the younger folks like Spotify.
Yeah.
Use Spotify.
Yeah.
And what's the other one that Prince? The only one he went on.
Wait, say it again.
Prince. There was one that Prince went on.
There was a Pandora.
SoundCloud.
I got Pandora.
Spotify.
I got Pandora.
Pandora was the first.
We use
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Not sure if you know.
What was Shazam?
Oh, I got Shazam now. Shazam is the music identifier. Yeah. I was watching the Book of Clarence this morning. Shout out to Keon. Keon loved that movie. And they did a song in there. They had a dancing, and they did a Jones Girls song, Nights in Egypt. Oh, that was so fun.
What you talking about?
The Book of Clarence.
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah, they do. But
Yeah, the
when they
dance
do that
routine
dance
is the
thing,
bomb.
so I mean, I Shazammed it. That's what I go. You play something here, dude. I Shazam it.
Yeah, that dance scene is cold. I love the whole movie.
Pretty interesting
really
movie. And then we said where we got White Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
People might have missed that little piece of it. So Clarence says, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." What's his name? Cumberbatch. It was White Jesus.
Is that who it was?
Yeah, that was Cumberbatch.
Okay.
And he goes,
Huh.
"Kill all of these folks."
Yes.
And he especially that's over there drawing the picture. There was the dude doing White Jesus, right? Now all these black, and that was the genius of it. Like it was black folks, and then the Romans were white.
Right.
So now you get that parallel between our experience here and but it's a great movie.
It was
So,
very well done.
Keon, thank you, man. Keon kept saying he fell in love with that.
Yeah, he was like, that's the only reason I watched it because he kept stressing it.
Yeah.
But then I didn't realize my man was in it because I love my boy, the lead.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield. Oh my God, I love Lakeith Stanfield.
The guy who invented the Renegade.
I'm sorry. I just love him, man. I love him. When
And
he
people
was,
were doing that too, weren't they? When they just start running.
and then when he was in with Regina and Idris, not Idris, Big Boy who done caught all the sexual assault. I mean the domestic violence cases. Bless you. Who done messed up his career, messing with that white girl, saying he was abusing her. Bless you.
I know you're talking about. And the video showed that
She had basically hit him first and
Right.
clowned him first, and then he gonna grab onto black girl. Bless you. Trying to redeem himself. What was the name of that movie?
When you're trying to get sick now, you got to come in here Friday.
Yeah, we may need you on Friday.
You know, the personnel stuff.
The way you find out things.
Right, when you find out
It
things.
just happened. It literally just happened in a matter of minutes. We don't know for sure, but there's a possibility. I may have
What
to
are
go.
my term papers?
Somebody said I got 4 fire sticks.
You don't work on Friday anyway.
I work on Friday afternoons. What are you talking about? I do a show on Friday afternoons.
I finally get to come on in the afternoon.
Mhm.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
because
Oh,
I may
sounds
have to go
really
to
enthused.
Minnesota
Oh, Minnesota. Yeah.
for Lakeisha.
Hey, Craig, if you're listening,
Mhm.
your cousin balled out last night.
Yeah, he did.
Derek Sting. Oh
Yeah.
man, he balled
Yeah,
out
he was
last night.
He was a ball hawk last
Oh,
night.
he shut down CD Lamb. He made him a lamb last night, man. But they said he what he has the seventh best defense percentages.
You know, you just randomly start. Thank you, Megan Good. I couldn't think of it to save my life.
Who's that? Megan. Oh,
Um,
how do I feel about Megan Good?
Look, LinkedIn just told me that there are radio talk show host job openings available.
Is that for Keith?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
It's
I
for
did see
me.
Mary Ellen here this morning. So go on and let
Say,
him know.
Alex, is that for me?
Let him know that there are other opportunities that he wants to.
Am I being terminated?
I used to have a boss. She said, "You know what? If you don't like being here, I'll help you find another job and get you out of here."
Mhm.
That's
Well,
what she
why would
used
I
to
make
say.
that offer?
Huh?
Why would I make that offer? Just boy, bye. I mean, what's all that extra?
Bye, Felicia.
That's just extra. Yeah, just go. Have a nice life. Now, what sport is this we're talking about? Was that
Football.
football?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Texans
know.
whooped up on the Cowboys last night.
There was 5 in a row at home.
So the Cowboys have lost 5 games, right?
Cowboys going to be in line to be the number one pick.
Mm.
Yeah, they
They
look good.
do not look good. Well, defense was decent, but they have no offense. You know, because
I'm sorry. Wait, Colin Kaepernick is calling me. Hold on. I know his text buzz when he hears it. Oh wait, what does he say? Tell them sellouts. Oh my God. Oh wait. Oh, I can't tell you what all he said.
you know, CK can call us all kind of names, but
But Colin sent y'all a message.
I'm a.
He said thanks for the support.
We got his back.
We got his back. Weren't we buying Nikes? We were buying Nikes. We got his support.
He said thank you. I just want to let you know. He said,
I started missing a few games. Just cut back on my intake on the NFL in support of Colin Kaepernick.
Oh man.
you need to stop.
5 years ago, she was just like, and all you bruhs out there still supporting the NFL, bruhs.
That's right.
Like, man, she could use bruh like people use dude.
She used bruh like a knife.
Like a knife, you know, bruh. But anyway.
Hey, look.
Why you but anyway so quickly?
Because he
Boy, he
sell out.
pivoted. He
All
pivoted.
y'all turncoats.
That's what you call a
Colin
pivot.
out
You
here
pivoted
starving
just
because
then.
y'all
And,
left.
and here's the problem that Colin Kaepernick might have in Wisconsin is what he did to the Packers, right? That game put him on the map. He killed the Packers. So he wasn't.
Why? That has nothing to do.
Yeah,
with
it does.
Black Lives Matter.
Oh, here we go. Here we go to revolution.
That's what it was about. That's what it was about.
Revolution will not be televised.
It was not.
Black Lives Matter. He was fighting for you two
Hey,
Negroes to have life.
Michelle, all lives matter.
As long as they are black.
All
he was
lives
fighting
matter,
for you
man.
two Negroes to have life. That's right.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
For me to have life.
Yes. To not succumb, as so many black people have, to being killed, gunned down by the police, unarmed citizens being harmed.
That all stopped when he took the knee, right?
No, it didn't stop.
Okay. Well, I'm just checking.
But the point that someone was trying to elevate the discussion and call attention to it.
You know who did real well off of him though? The kid Burrow. He's on CBS in the morning. What's his name?
I'll watch it.
Yeah, he that dude. I cannot think of that dude's name. There was the other guy, Reed, who basically got blackballed along with Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
What is this dude's name? Is it Nate Burleson? I'm trying to think. He's on CBS. And he came out and he just became a company guy. So
I know who you're talking about. Glasses.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not mad at people. Self-preservation is what it is, but we are just so much stronger. We get so much more.
Okay, now
when we bring pressure to bear, and not just like
Debo, somebody, Carvey. They said, "What about Joe Frazier?" Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier 3, billed as the Thriller in Manila, was the third and final professional boxing match between the undisputed champion, Muhammad Ali, and former champion Joe Frazier for the heavyweight championship of the world. I think that's where...
The 50-year anniversary just came up, didn't it?
For the Thriller in Manila?
Mhm.
Is that right?
Check it out. Google it.
Oh,
I think it just passed last week. Something like
okay.
that.
What's his name? Nate Burleson. Nate Burleson.
Burleson, yeah.
Yep, Nate Burleson. He was the one who really did very well with all of that.
Just think about it. You do well when you.
Yes, Michelle. Yes.
It's just so sad, man. It is. It's just sad. Because the cause is a real cause.
I got that.
The issue is a real issue.
You know, but if we were really that
we
pure,
just
we
halftime showed our way back into, like whatever.
well,
It's just sad.
I won't be
man.
watching the halftime show this year.
Who was the entertainment?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, you don't like Kendrick?
I don't know why Kendrick Lamar is doing the Super Bowl.
Why not? Why can't he do the Super
Because
Bowl?
I don't know if I think the Super Bowl should be certain mindlessness to the Super Bowl,
And you think
he's very profound. Dude won a Pulitzer Prize. How do you
So
party?
he shouldn't
How do
be
you
there
party
because
off a
he's
Pulitzer Prize poetry?
smart.
Keith,
Beyonce now has a course being taught about her feminist and revolutionary lyrics in terms of keeping the movement going with Lemonade.
Yeah, I was
So,
going to ask a question
if-
because I didn't understand what that song meant, but okay. Lemonade.
Keith, I wanted to ask you a question.
She will be. I'm sorry, real quick.
No,
She
no,
will
go
be
ahead.
doing a halftime performance though
I
at
know. I heard
the
that.
Thanksgiving?
talking about
Is it Thanksgiving?
That's going to be on
Thanksgiving evening.
Netflix.
Netflix. Yep.
So, Keith, I wanted to ask you as I was sitting here,
He's so
how did
How
it feel when you interviewed John Legend? We never really delved into that. Someone that
You'll never get tired of being petty.
he was not just wanted to ask.
It's just like
he was your first.
You just don't ever get tired
He was your first,
of being petty.
and
You never
your hater nation.
get tired.
He was the first. So when you got the
Like
chance,
the teacher took you out the class
Let me ask you a question.
and let
then,
you
Michelle,
came back,
since
and you come
since
back on the
since you're here
same
and you want to be on this.
nonsense.
Why did you give him a pass?
What are you talking about?
She wore me out.
Yeah, I'm talking about on air because she
Why
told
would
you.
she do that on air?
Because she told you she was going to get you.
Why is this a conversation right now?
Because see what had transpired.
Because you're messy.
No, I just wanted to ask.
How do people
When
like
the opportunity arose.
Well,
mess with you at your house?
And I listen, trust me, because I edited the interview.
Uh-huh.
So I heard you start down that road and you said, no, I'm not going to.
I know you're not getting ready to answer him.
You caught yourself.
Why do y'all let him take y'all down these rabbit holes?
But no, I mean, the
He
listeners.
take your behind down the rabbit hole
No,
every day.
No, he don't.
Every day.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
Every day he
tries.
does.
He tried.
I know you try, but
And I flagged for him that you want some nonsense. Go away.
So Keith,
But
are you not
Go
going
away.
to? Are you not going to answer the question? Are you going to be a politician today, or are you going to answer a direct question?
oh my God.
You know, it's
this
interesting.
Fake reverse psychology. What are you doing?
I'm just asking.
Are you going to be a politician?
Because
When has Keith
listeners
ever
have
been
asked
accused of
me,
being
Keith,
a politician?
And I kept saying, I'm going to ask. I wanted some time to get, for you to get past it. And then we wanted to know the thought process as to why you gave
well, he didn't help. She lost.
My God.
Oh, so now.
It's his fault.
So if she had won, you said, and he helped her become.
Yeah, and then he helped her
So
win.
now
you
you
know?
got something to hold against him.
Do people even understand fully what you're saying? Because I don't think you skirted around
I thought it was interesting.
He's clowning you
I know
because
he
he
is.
wants to know. I'm talking about for the listeners who don't understand what's happening.
First of all, let me say this about John Legend. Johnny is first of all, he can laugh at himself, which I really appreciate.
Right.
I was just watching Soul Man,
Mm,
and
Yeah.
he's in the movie.
yeah. hmm
And if I would have thought, I would say, what was it
Bernie
like?
Mac and Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, what would it be
Yeah.
like to what was it like to play a dead guy?
Mm.
But no, it was a great thrill. It was an honor.
But both of y'all still have not said what the listeners are at home going like okay.
Well,
What
no, I did. I kind of.
Well,
Keith has made
Hater Nation.
he was
Hater
the
Nation.
he was the first hated.
installment in for
in
Hater
Hater
Nation.
Nation.
Right.
So then he gets.
But why?
I mean, I don't
Because
know.
of because
I
of,
did explain to you why.
I don't remember.
because are you
So-
are
Oh, you remember what you want to remember?
Are you referring to the fact that he's an EGOT? And
Yes.
he's got the perfect wife.
Yes.
Go ahead and
So
tell us.
and
Right,
then-
right on all the issues.
And then anytime John Legend's name come up, Keith loses his mind, and the hater comes out.
Between him and I tell you the one that y'all could really hold me on. If I ever had to talk to Alicia Keys, because she was the second hate.
Oh, please.
She was the second hate.
So you get a
So,
chance to talk to him,
No,
and
but
you
here's-
don't
here's
tell
what you
him
just
that,
admitted
bruh,
to.
you the
You would
star of Hater
clown the
Nation.
sister, but you gave the brother a pass.
Right.
Don't look over here, Weekend.
I
Be
got
like,
it,
I'm
I
getting
got
ready
it,
to
I
go
got
with you.
So if I ever get, I'm gonna tell
Debo.
her. So you telling me you would clown the sister,
You know what?
but you gave the brother a
Spare
pass.
your indignation, because it is so
Y'all
fake.
heard it for yourself,
Excuse
right
me.
here.
You don't care
Inside
about nobody
Community
clowning no
Voice.
sister. If
That's-
you don't
that's-
stop.
That's why some of us voted for Trump.
First of all, he don't
Nobody
care.
in this
Wow.
room that I know of, but
He don't care
That you
about
know
no
of.
sisters being clowned. He
Right. That's
clowns.
why I said that I know of.
That you know of.
Debo clowns me every chance he get.
But
This
I said
whole
the sisters.
clown the sister.
Let's not do that. You are not a victim. Stop getting over there being look at
I didn't say I was a
volunteers.
victim.
Did you see how
I
little
didn't
she
say
got?
I was a
She go-
victim.
and then people
First of all,
come on.
I didn't say.
Come on now.
I'm just
Because
saying.
Keith, we get it all the time.
Woman up.
Why y'all picking on Keith?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all show him Keith a hard time.
Then come over here and jump on me.
No,
This is crazy.
He's
This
about
is-
your callers. He's about me.
This ain't talking about this ain't funny, but it's scary.
What?
The kid that hung the kid in Maryland in the classroom, you heard about that?
No, what are you talking
This
about?
kid was bullying this kid, and so he hung him, like tried to lynch him. And the school,
the kid who was being bullied got hung.
no, the bully
The
hung the kid.
That's what I'm saying. Did the bully hung the kid?
Yep.
He
Yep.
hung him. Did the child die?
No. And then the school system said it was just a prank.
Wow.
Kid
No.
hung. Yeah.
Take your cop child out of there because that's going to be a school shooting.
That's
That
crazy,
kid
man.
That attempted to be hung going to come back one of them days.
No, take your
Yeah.
child out of there because I'm about to own that
Here
school.
it goes, right here. 70-year-old boy hospitalized.
Seven.
Being hung in school by bully parents said. This happened in Waldorf, Maryland, which is a little bit north of, I think, Baltimore. Two parents from Maryland are hoping for answers after they said their 7-year-old son was hung in the school bathroom by a fourth grade bully and ended up hospitalized. The parents of the second grader at C. Paul Barnhart Elementary School in Waldorf are angry and confused, but thankful their son is alive. They did not want to be identified, but as the 7-year-old was rushed to the hospital Friday after he was allegedly bullied in the boys' bathroom by a fourth grade student. If you look at my son, he has marks under his eyes. He still has bruises and necks. He's traumatized. It's going to take time. Yeah, well. Paperwork from the hospital lists one of the boy's injuries as neck contusion, which is caused by blunt trauma to the neck. Charles County Public Schools said it was aware of the incident and releasing the following statement. 2 of our students were reportedly horseplaying in a school bathroom when one student's jacket got caught on a stall door hook. The student was not able to free themselves, and the other student involved was not able to help them. This student left the bathroom to seek help from staff and reported the incident to administrators. Despite the statement, the 7-year-old parents still have questions for the school.
So a fourth grader was horse playing with a second grader.
Yep.
And so I don't believe that.
And he got stuck on a coat hook.
And a fourth grader wasn't able to get him free.
Wasn't able to get him free.
Well, how high is the coat hook?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure
All
out.
of this is
How
nonsense.
he get on the coat hook?
It just
Thank
that's,
you.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds like a statement.
Yeah, and then it
That
was
don't
It
just
sound like
the
a
facts.
cover-up.
it's like the
It sound
kid
like
that
a
they
statement.
killed in Georgia, rolled
Yeah,
him up
right.
in the
in
wrestling
that
mat
tarp, yeah.
and said he committed suicide.
Yeah. But they rolled him up.
And I wonder, is this a black kid? And the
that's what
bully
I was learning
student?
about the race of these kids.
Right.
And,
It was a
they
prank.
got away with rolling that boy up in there.
Yeah, they did. They still
got
covered
away.
it up.
Yeah, they got away with that. And the officials went right along with it. All right. Y'all have a great show.
And Mike Tyson is still old. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. He old, Michelle. Welcome back to Community Voice. We're inside Be Healthy, Be You, Miss Julia Beans, Miss Shakita Williams.
Hi.
That's Tasha. That's not Shakina. That's Tasha. I can tell by the conversation.
Do you know Ajay Williams? Dee Dee? Dee Dee is so funny. Every time she comes, hi, this is Dee Dee. Like, oh, that's Dee Dee. So welcome. We have a caller. Caller, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's happening?
Oh, not much.
What's on your mind?
I heard the turkey.
Oh, you heard the turkey.
Oh, you heard Keith, in other words? You say you heard Keith?
Jive turkey.
I heard the turkey.
So you are caller number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got in right before Julia. Julia was, when she heard what the giveaway was, she was trying to. You just beat her.
Yeah, she was dialing from in studio.
Right, in studio. I said, I hope your name don't come up on caller ID. Hey, man. Well, thank you, man. You're a winner. What station made you a winner?
WNOV.
Now, you want to hold the line so I can get some information?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate
You
you.
got a nice voice too. Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to hold on to my job. Don't be out recruiting. Hey, did you ever think about being on radio?
Nah.
It might be an opening at WNOV. And so welcome, ladies.
Welcome. Thank you.
That
It's a
was their
pleasure.
theme music playing. You
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
Huh?
you forgot the beginning of it. You missed that.
Yeah. Okay.
She been gone so long.
Gone such a long time. So how y'all doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay. I mean, call me a jive turkey. Now, I kind of thought about that because, we use your theme is the Ohio Players song. And they did Jive Turkey.
They did. I remember that song. Mm-hmm.
But that was something back in the day, how these words, but they call you jive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, forget it. He just a jive turkey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because turkeys are so dumb.
Oh, are they? They we didn't grow up with turkeys being in the neighborhood. But the turkeys are in the
Because
neighborhood.
they would have been on somebody's table.
They in the neighborhood.
The turkeys
now.
on bleed. I was like, whoa.
I wish you would have saw a turkey walk by that neighborhood in November.
But back in the day, saying somebody was a jive turkey was disrespectful.
Oh, very disrespectful.
Yeah.
There's a movie called, what is it, Semi-Pro. And
Yeah, and I was thinking of that. And yeah, he got upset. He's like, call a jive turkey.
And the guy, hey, no one's a JT. He's a JT. And they were using all kind of, but he got upset with Jive Turkey.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, one of my favorite actors.
Oh, man, Will Ferrell is just incredible. Jive Turkey. What's our thing? Everybody love everybody. That's our thing. Well, anyway. So, you know what? I am not feeling, and maybe that might change by Thursday. I'm not, we always talk about this is the sad period. Seasonal adjusted
Depression.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, Keith.
Huh?
Yeah.
You did very well.
All right.
I'm a doctor on
Oh,
Okay. His voice got deep a little bit. Okay, Keith. I hear it.
Let me look at that chart over there.
Yeah, you do a good job.
But I'm not feeling
Depressed?
like I said, because it really does. The holidays, even though holidays should be festive,
Mm-hmm.
we have one of our biggest secular holidays of the year coming up next Thursday, which is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is secular. It's not a religious observance, something that we do in the country. Then Christmas is coming. Looks like people got a little bit more money. I don't know. Can you hear me?
I really can't hear you.
Make sure your cord is
Check 1, 2. Right, I'm back.
You want to start the show over? Maybe.
Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice.
The
voice.
I'm your host, Keith Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Good morning, Carvey. Good morning,
No.
Debo.
I think we got that part because you were over there then. It was the once Tasha and them came in. But your mic got messed up when Tasha came in.
So this is the time of season where, even though we should be celebrating, that it can be pretty depressing. We were Sunday school lesson was about, I think it was 150 Psalms. I think they did. And I asked questions during Sunday school, and then turns into controversy. So I don't ask questions anymore. Right?
Who you still teaching the children, or you teaching the adults?
I do both.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Which one is more difficult?
The adults.
The adults. The adults.
Kids don't know nothing. They can't question anything I say to them. Shit, but adults. Excuse me, Reverend. I know what you just said. Though kids can be funny. I had some kids in children's church, and we were going over the lesson where Jesus says, "Turn the other cheek."
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm teaching them about. It was two things that were so funny in that. First of all, they said, Jesus said, "Be meek."
Mm-hmm.
So I asked the kids, "So what when you hear meek, what do you think?" And one of the little boys raised his hand. Soft. So then one of my little round brown beauties, we talking. She raised her hand. She go, Reverend Parris, I know what you said, but my mama said if anybody put their hands on me, I said, well, I don't know. Mama's God to you right now. So
that was a good answer.
What
you just said.
That mama was God to you?
Mm-hmm. Because, if you ask a teacher, that's the first thing they will tell you to teach the children in church.
Or turn the other cheek?
To be, or go get the teacher. But they're taught at home.
Don't look at me. Look at me.
If he put his hand, you better pick something up. You better pick up a brick, pick up a stick.
She looked right at me, gave me eye contact.
Did you tell your kids to turn the other cheek?
I did. No, what I told him is I told him to go to the teacher.
Okay.
And report it. Because if you want me to come up there to support you, I want you to be right.
I was laughing, but then I saw what was happening yesterday. A young lady walked by in her robe. And at first, we thought, she walked up to the corner. I guess her kid was there. She walked up the corner to get her kid. And everybody, I don't know who told the joke about when your mama would come to school with the coat, but she had a pin in the coat, Because the last thing you wanted was your mama to come to school. It was, I got in a little altercation with a teacher.
Teacher. When we was coming up, teachers were.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely true. So I had a little altercation, So they sent a 72 home. That's the only time a 72 ever got home.
Okay.
Because you don't put your hands on me.
Oh, your mother came up there.
Oh, Lord. Man, I'll never forget. We came, I don't know where my mama parked, but we come through the back door off Parkman has a playground, and then you come through the back door. That's how most of us got to school. Very few cool kids never came through the front door. They always came through that back door. So we walking through it. Normally, if my mom was in school with me, I'm 8 steps ahead or 8 steps behind. I'm not with that woman. I don't even know who she is. Not that day. Not that day. You don't put your hands on Cliffy's son. Some things just ain't gonna happen. So we're meeting with George Hughes, who was the AP at the time, and my mother.
Very good guy.
Love Mr. Hughes. Mr. William Brown, the late Mr. William Brown, my mama, and me. So Mr. Hughes said, well, can you explain what happened? And Mr. Brown never raised his voice. Never heard Mr. Brown yell, even though everybody in the school was scared of this dude. So he said, the young man was in the bathroom. I asked him to come. He wouldn't leave when I asked him to leave. So then I asked him to come to me. He decided he was going to go back to his class. And so he went in the classroom, and I asked him to come. Miss Guest, who was my teacher, she said, Keith, you need to go with Mr. Brown. Oh boy, talking about some fatal last words. So now I got 30 kids in the class. I gotta. So I go. If Mr. Brown want me, Mr. Brown come get me.
Mm.
I didn't think Mr. Brown was gonna come
He
get me.
definitely come to get you.
Mr. Brown got me. Oh, he got me. Oh, he disengaged me from the desk. Bam, bam on the wall. I think I tumbled down the stairs. But no, Mr. Brown put hands on me, okay? Yeah, so they sent the 72 home. My mom would come in the next day. We're sitting there, so he laid it all out. And I said, tell him you called me a punk. He never raised his voice. He said, yes, I did. I called him a punk. Because I was acting like one. So so my mother's sucking her teeth and rolling her eyes. She get ready to,
And
she can ready to cuss you. Dude, I know that look.
Mm.
Ooh, that's the look she gets up right before she cusses out.
Yeah.
She said this, and I'm doing her tone. She go, man, if he ever do it again, tell him, Mom, if he ever do it again, I want you to do the same thing. My mother was so many bees in my mind. You could have stayed at home.
What'd you come here for?
What you come here
What you
for?
come here for?
What you really? Oh my God. She was just like, no, that ain't how this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Because and you see it now with younger parents.
Mm-hmm.
Their kids are wrong as the day is long.
That's right. Yep.
And they be not my mama, no. And the respect, as you said, that we had for teachers. And I literally did have some teachers who embellished what I did, but it didn't matter. And because with adults is then my mother goes, so I guess she's lying. How do you answer that question, Shakina?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you, how do you answer?
Just answer the regular question. I don't know. I'm different with my kids.
Well, I'm asking you if your parents,
Uh-huh.
an adult said something, accused you of something.
Yeah.
Or even if they said to you.
If I'm telling the truth, I didn't do it. But how my mom operated is if you call me and talk to me about it first, then you give yourself a little bit more leverage. That's how my mama was. So I had any dispute. Can I call? I'm go to the office, call my mama, tell her what happened. Because I know you're going to call her, so I need to tell her my side before it gets to you.
Thank God for videotape.
Yeah, that has saved a lot of lives.
I know what she just told you. Let's look at the tape. Is that little Shakina?
I wasn't a bad kid, though. I wasn't a bad kid.
None of us are bad kids.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I saw my guy had some kids last night from the group home, and these little Negroes trying to figure out how they can run. And we had G's Clippers, so he had to get literally by the door. And I'm just watching them, like they kind of come over like they're getting some food, and he just easing toward it. He getting ready to run. Oh man! So dude was just like, "Now go back over there and sit down."
They know him,
right? Because I wouldn't even. I know
aware.
That move. I know what they were doing. It's like, dude, trying to get out of here, man. One kid, a couple of them looked like they were electronic monitoring, but then he told me that what they do is, and I don't know how they get away with it. They won't charge it. They won't charge the monitor. Well, they can't charge their phone until they charge the monitor because they all had phones. But yeah, it was, I don't know. I think that parents should, you love your kids, but here's the reality. You know how bad your kids are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I always taught mine, if you need me, I'm coming, but you need to be right. Because otherwise I'm going to do like your mom.
Just start firing on the right.
Yeah.
Little up here with your mother. Oh, that was too funny.
Yeah. I teach my kids is one person is where you don't want to think that you want to lie to is your mama, because I'm going to be the only one to have your back. So you don't lie to me because I'm the one that's gonna have your back. So you need to make sure you coming to me and you need telling me the whole story. Oh, my kids they're pretty honest. I'll be like, well, why did you?
Or very good liars.
No, they tell you. We had a couple of situations where my son was like,
don't waste lies. Don't
Yeah.
waste lies.
Yeah.
So I ain't even going to even use this one. So when she'd ask me, I have no reason. I ain't going to waste a lie on this one. This one is too. But every chance I got to lie to my mama, you don't think I lied to her? Oh, come on, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, I wasn't that good of a kid. I look at your kids looking. Oh no,
my
kids,
they be
kids
like
lie. They
that.
lie.
My baby, you like, Davy, did you hear her? Yeah, I did it. I like, wow. Yeah. What's happened? Because I don't whoop my kids, so they only punish me to give me the phone. Give me the phone, no TV, go read.
I think punishments are worse.
Yeah,
Well,
punishments
punishments
are
are far worse.
Yeah, I just know electronics. You
The good
gotta
thing about
read.
a whooping is once it's done, it's done.
It's done.
You know.
But then they back doing playing the game.
But you know the worst ones though when you got the whooping and the punishment,
Mm.
like capital punishment, like that's the big
You
one.
have really messed
Oh
up.
man, big time. Done really did something. And I gotta always, and I think you all know this, parents understand that kids just make mistakes. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, but yeah, kids will lie. You go,
Adults will too.
Yeah.
They
That's
back
why
up
a lot of
the-
teachers weren't right.
Really?
A lot of teachers.
Say that again.
I said adults will too, especially if they back is up in the corner. You know,
Mhm.
they backed in the corner.
Okay, and I know somebody gonna say this ain't me. Your first instinct is denial.
Mm-hmm.
Was that you?
No,
Nope.
because if I'm a deny it and then it's eventually gonna come back up. How long I'm
Who's
alive?
thinking about that in the moment?
I am because my thing is I'm
long
not.
term. You know,
No,
this could come in. No, she can
No,
ready
my-
whoop me right now. I ain't worried about next week. Next week will take care of itself. I need to get this whooping off me right now.
No, if you like my mama, she gonna remember and she gonna bring it up later on, and then she gonna bring it up and be
So
like, "Oh,
you
but
didn't
you
get a lot of,
lied."
you didn't get a lot of spankings.
No, I wasn't a bad. I was an honor roll
You have
student.
brothers?
I'm the baby girl,
Okay. Did you have older
a
brothers?
little brother.
Oh, how did he do?
Oh, he was he had more freedom than me. On my prom night, I had a curfew. He got it in the house at 6 a.m. So he was the only boy, so he had more leeway than me.
You think that's? Do we raise our boys differently? We do give our boys more freedom
Yeah.
than we give our girls.
Yeah.
But we never understood with our daughters that obviously I know why they're trying to prevent that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But your son is also out there creating some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah, a couple of babies too. No, that I think we should raise our girls like we raise our boys. I saw my but Kennedy, I let her run, let her be physical just like you let boys be physical. Don't limit girls.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe we need to put some more constraints on the boys in terms of, my mother said this, we let boys play too much. You know, like if you, like as a coach, only because I lived this experience, if your mama called me or we get your grades and you're not doing well, you're not going to play. You can be my best player.
Really?
You're not going to play because the message I'm sending to you is that you'll get away with it.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one. People had to teach me that, you know, like you trying to get in under the radar. I'm going to get away with this. If it means that much to you, then there's a certain level of responsibility that you have to have. And you know, then that gets into the coaches and their whole thing, how they see themselves as coaches. I always saw myself as the person who's on this step of your life where I'm trying to get you. I'm not raising you for 13. We're not dealing with 13. I'm trying to worry about when you're 26.
I feel like when my son was on the football team, I feel like it was no like discipline, like no real discipline. It was like they just did a lot of cursing, and my son kept coming to the car like, "Mom, you just keep cursing."
Yeah, because they're frustrated.
They frustrated in his practice, but it wasn't just no like nothing that he could have took from that as a man.
Right.
You give it. I'm just a mom about myself, so I thought it was gonna be more of an experience of like discipline. Kind of, I didn't feel like I got that.
Well, but I think the other part of it is what I've seen is because there are so many, especially on the youth football level, there are more women there. You know, dudes kind of look at it a little differently. I think, first of all, we probably had the experience of playing. So I didn't get this equipment. So while you're a little behind, I told my godson, boy, you got more gear than game. I mean, you know, y'all out here like pros because mama want her boy looking good.
You better
look at that. See,
yeah.
So, but I think the discipline that's out there in terms of paying attention, being on time, being responsible, working hard, there are consequences for your behavior.
Hmm. The emotional part of it
right.
behind it. You ain't gonna win them all. Yeah, I
Well,
didn't. Because my son, I feel like my baby need that because I feel like he needs because he loves football.
How old is it?
He's 10.
Stop calling me your baby.
Mm.
That's your little man.
Does he play in the league now?
He wanted to, but he's skinny, and I'm
Doesn't
scared.
make a difference. My grandson, I have all 3 of his championship rings. He's won the championship the last 3 years. The last game he played in the championship game, he himself scored 5 touchdowns.
The Buccaneers? Who do you play with? Buccaneers?
I don't even know the name of the team. I
Yeah.
just got the rings.
My oldest is a champion.
His
He
name
was
is
a Longhorn.
Devon.
Oh, okay.
Gavin is his last name. And it's scary to watch.
Yeah, I told him next
play.
year. I told him next year. I told him next year.
And I know we got to go, but that's the interesting thing because our parents weren't that involved other than signing off,
and go ahead.
our waivers. They put enormous trust in it. And I kind of thought it was cool because
it was better then, though, Keith.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
Now the parents are fighting and cussing each other out on the side.
Well, not only that, the pressure it puts on the kids.
Yeah.
It puts an enormous amount of pressure on the kids where you out here trying to please your mom, your dad.
Yep.
And then here's the other thing. Some of these dudes on the sideline don't know enough about football. So
yeah.
Be healthy, be you. We'll come back and talk about depression. We'll be right back. So it is the holidays. We talk about this, and as I was just talking, because the sun had peaked out for a moment. I didn't realize this until I heard a meteorologist, a weather person, say that November is like the cloudiest month
I didn't realize that
I didn't
either.
realize
Yeah.
that either.
But
That-
it is very gray.
right. And so then that is it.
Feel good outside today.
You feel great.
Actually, if the weather temperature feels great. It's
Yeah.
just great. Just you get depressed.
This frustrates me. I wish it just started snowing now.
No.
Because my birthday in March. So I get a lot of blizzards on my birthday.
Oh yeah.
So I just
God is trying to tell you something. We only get a blizzard in March on Shakita's birthday.
I'm
Is that a
serious.
coincidence?
It's always the week of my birthday or the week I got plans or it's terrible.
We had a snowstorm last year, year before last on Halloween.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So if we get snow, but I think, and then I don't know why we get depressed. We know it's coming in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's like being in Texas and you complain about the heat in July. Well, it comes every July. It's been no exception to it. We're going to get winter. In Wisconsin, though, our winters the last two have been pretty mild.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that and I never thought that it would happen per se, but I moved away to California for a few years, and the biggest depression I got was around the winter holidays, not having the snow, and I missed the seasons.
Mhm.
And you wouldn't think that you do, but you do.
The first time I spent Christmas in Miami, it was 82 degrees. And you see kids out riding their Christmas bikes, something we could not do until April because it might snow in March. It was it's a different feeling. And not that we get a lot of snow around Christmas. I can't think the last time we had where snowfall, so-called white Christmas.
Mhm.
Christmas has always been white.
But when you look at
But
marketing, television marketing commercials that they market around the world,
Yeah.
they always have snow. in
Always
them.
have snow.
Yeah. And there are places in the world that
never
don't
have
snow. They don't,
Right.
it is California, Florida, upper Florida, you get some. But if you're in Miami, if you get snow in December in Miami, that might be.
Didn't Texas get snow last year or the year before?
Oh, Texas the year they had the All-Star game, NBA All-Star game down in Texas about 3-4 years ago.
Mhm.
Bad snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That
no.
was an ice storm, wasn't
It was ice. Well, I think it
No,
was
snow.
Hmm.
No,
I
really,
think there was a different time where they had the ice, right?
the time they had the cold snap
Mm-hmm.
and they lost energy.
Mm.
So people had no heat in the house.
Yeah.
And they said the way they build houses in the South is they build it so heat can escape. We build houses here so heat stays in.
Mm.
So this heat was going out. A friend of mine who moved down there said she was literally in her bed with coats on, sleeping under the covers. That's how cold it got.
Mm.
Yeah, we're a little bit prepared,
Mhm.
for a little bit. We're very prepared. I don't know how true this story was. A few years back, a guy was at a DPW convention. And, so they talk about all the stuff they do. And they said, so guys said, look, man, I'm going to miss this session. I don't know if y'all do that. I'm going to miss this session. Just tell me what happened. So afterwards, dude said, yeah, man, we had this presentation from Milwaukee. And they were talking about how they, able to remove snow. They were like one of the best in the country. They're Minneapolis. They're one of the best. And the guy said, he said, so what did they do? He said, well, they put garbage trucks on the street. I said, okay, I'll keep that in mind. So wherever he was, they have a snowstorm. He put the garbage trucks on the street.
No plows though.
Thank you.
Dummy.
It makes no
Right.
sense.
Big dummy.
That little detail
Yeah.
was a big detail.
That's what happens when you miss
when you missed the
the
meeting.
meeting.
And then now I'm depending on Keith to come in and tell me what happened.
Yeah. And Keith left out that one.
That
minor
one
detail.
little thing, like they actually put
And guess who's
plows.
got your job now? Keith.
Keith.
Putting the trucks out with the plows on them.
Do you think that, in terms of the research, more people this time of year some people are more prone to feelings of depression and morose just because of maybe how they're chemically wired?
Yeah, and we have triggers. Certain things trigger, and the holiday season can be a trigger. And I always thought at first that it was just because you were lonely
Mhm.
and whatever. But from what we were reading today, they're saying the opposite too. For the person as the host and the hostess, that they can go into depression because the house not right. They don't have enough money to do what they want to do, and all of that. And
So
that
they're
stress.
they're overwhelmed.
They're overwhelmed. And I'm like, oh, because I was never like that. Like, you coming over, you get what you get. You know, like if
Right.
the house ain't clean enough for you.
And wait a minute, and it's free. That little thing.
Yeah, I catered last Christmas because that was my last time hosting. I said this is my last time hosting.
Why,
Merry
it's
Christmas.
too stressful?
It's
So
too
you had a
str-
caterer
it-
come in?
No, I went to go pick up the food
Okay.
because he was far out. So I went to go pick it up when I got off of work and went home, set up, decorated, warmed up
So
the
you,
food.
you totally took the element of you being in the kitchen, all the work that goes into it. You took that out off the table.
Because I feel like when you hosting, I feel like it's now, I don't know. Everybody's family is different, but if I'm hosting, it should be no complaints. Every time I host, I do the games. I do, everybody potluck, bring food. I make sure it be at my house. I make sure we got, space, and I make sure it's comfortable. It's for kids and it's adults. And then it'd be like, what are we arguing about? What are we doing? It's the holidays. Why is it a problem? Oh yeah, I got this. Why is it a competition? Like, just relax and enjoy it. Just enjoy the fact that we're all alive. Why are we?
We didn't mean to stir up.
No, I'm just saying. But this is what hosts go through. This is what hosts go through because you get the family back and forth.
You
get
saw
the
it coming,
drama.
didn't you?
Yeah, boy.
You get the
I hope the
drama.
family's not listening.
No, this is what, because I'm pretty. My communication is really well
So
with
you
my
made
family.
it clear
So
that was your last
that
time.
was my last time hosting. So the group chat is like, oh, what we doing? And I'm quiet.
I don't know.
I'm
quiet.
just showing up. I'm just showing up.
Well, I think it's also you put so much in, then the letdown you have once it's over.
Yeah.
Because you just been
Running
you
around.
just up. We've been going over the menu now for the last week in terms of what we're possibly going to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so impressed with the series The Bear
Mhm.
and how you run a kitchen
Mhm.
and what you do, and so trying to figure out how we can. Now, we are descendants of enslaved Africans.
Mhm.
I must preface it by saying we're going to have 4 meats.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And mac and cheese.
Gotta have them greens.
We were having this
Green.
conversation a couple of years ago with Nancy. When Nancy was here.
Yeah.
It was kind of going like, she's looking like, how many meats?
4.
It's always interesting when you come back
Turkey,
and you're
ham.
sharing with your European co-workers. What was your Thanksgiving
Yeah.
like? Oh man, we did Shirley Caesar. What's that song? Pig.
Man,
Pig.
pig.
You name it.
And they come back and tell you we had stuffing and dressing and stuffing with
Big turkey.
Yeah. Turkey.
Big turkey.
Yeah.
Peas.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes. We are, first time ever, we are doing a green bean casserole.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. You ever done those?
Why?
Why don't taste that bad?
No, actually, there's some great recipes out there. My grandmother used to do them.
Okay. I
You don't do the.
got an aunt that always brings a ice cream bucket. I hope she ain't listening. Ice cream bucket. A pea salad.
Peas. Anything with peas.
Pea salad.
Pea salad.
Come on, bro.
You got stressed out a
And
little
just
bit.
what you are talking about also brings on stress.
Ice
Because if
cream
you
bucket.
go to work
Oh,
and people are talking about what they did at their
Mhm.
holiday feast, and you didn't go to anybody's house, and
Mhm.
you don't have that
Any
input,
stories to tell?
to put in, that can be depressing. That can be depressing.
Ain't our fault.
Yeah.
You had no place to go. Where you
It could have been quite relaxing too.
if you always went to Big Mama house, Big Mama not here no more,
Oh,
and you used to
God.
this and
Oh.
all that.
Big Mama died.
And she did too. But y'all start that.
Y'all go make
And are you left with his memories and stuff? That can be depressing.
Well, not only Big Mama, there could be family members that you were close to that were there last year and they're no longer here this
Yep.
year.
Mhm.
So I think the weather even plays a part in it. The
It
lack
is.
of sun, the fact that it gets dark so early, and all
Mhm.
of those things kind of play into your psyche, you know.
And I was thinking about I'm gonna miss Keon for Thanksgiving. Every time we invite him, he never show up. So I'm gonna miss inviting him and him not showing up. You know, I mean, but you're right. I mean, you think about
You go
people.
back.
Last year was the first year Betty Sappho was with us for Thanksgiving. She had passed that August, and so that you used to seeing people,
and she
around
was a
the table.
doer, right?
Oh yeah, it was just as long as they, we've been this family, so not to have. There was a good friend of my mother's. We used her address when I was at Parkman, and her Gertie and Mom were
I think
great
the statute of limitations is out on that yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Parkman's closed.
All right.
Been closed for a while, yeah.
So when Gertie would come over for Thanksgiving, because Gertie didn't have a real big family, so she was always at my mom's for Thanksgiving. And when Gertie passed, so the first year we literally kind of put a plate there, because it just the great conversations that you have. I can go back to, which is amazing. You get depressed, but then I think about all the great holiday meals we've had, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the family being together. Yeah,
But I think those holidays are what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
It's what makes you appreciate the holiday that we have coming,
Yeah.
the new memories and the plans and so forth, and that you'll make on that day. Like I already went out and got my smoked turkey, so already.
Oh, you do smoke?
Turkey. Oh yeah, and I'm doing ribs, roast.
No, that's 2 meat. That means 3.
That's
That's 3.
meats.
You got
All
3
right,
more
one more.
meats.
What's
You
the
say
other
one more.
one?
No. I think we're not gonna do the
What about
ham.
ham? No.
Well, the wife, we talked about it. And I think she said she didn't want to do the ham. We'll say we'll do the ham for Christmas, as you're supposed to have pork or whatever, around going into
Well,
the
that's
New Year.
interesting.
So we save it.
Even Easter, Jesus was a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus didn't eat pork.
So how we come about Easter ham?
I know he rose, but when he was living, he didn't eat no ham. Matter of fact, that's why he got in trouble when he was over with casting out the demon. The guy had the legion because all those pigs was running in. That was costing people money because there was Jews who were not supposed to eat pork, but trust me, they was over there buying the pork. So I try not to do pork on Easter.
Really?
Yeah, I just try not to.
What do you typically do on Easter?
Well, that's it, because honey baked ham was like you not do honey baked ham on Easter. No, I didn't think about that.
Well, my sister don't eat pork, so we limit our pork on the holidays just for her, out of courtesy of her.
Right, and I have a niece who's a Muslim.
So you don't.
So
make
when
a
she's
pork
here,
that
we
she just
don't
partake
try
in?
not to do pork.
How do you do your greens? You put turkey in your greens?
I don't eat greens.
What's wrong with you?
Remember I told you that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Oh, she don't do vegetables. That's right.
I don't eat soul
What?
food.
What?
I told y'all that I eat dressing greens. I don't eat all
What
that.
you do? Tofu?
414-444-5250. Looks like we get ready to take a black card. 414-444-5250.
Sound like she ain't had no black card.
You and Kanita Hickman. 414
So you don't
Kanita.
do cabbage?
Huh?
Cabbage?
It depends.
Coleslaw?
Every now and then.
You eat
Love
coleslaw?
cabbage.
Only from like Popeyes.
But you eat coleslaw.
I eat coleslaw.
That's
I have a
cabbage.
lot of sugar in it.
Yeah. I don't eat that often because I just gotta have a taste.
That's right, because Brenda's always trying to get on you about your veggies, right?
What
Yeah.
about
I don't know.
yams?
She's still here.
You eat yams?
Yeah. I like
I don't eat yams.
Yeah.
I don't hate sweet potatoes.
I don't eat yams either.
You
I
don't-
think because my mother
used to
made
didn't like them.
sweet potatoes when we was a kid, it was just like, I hate sweet potatoes.
you don't eat sweet potato pie?
No.
Oh.
Now, I will eat that. It's amazing because I don't like cooked carrots, but I'll eat raw carrot.
You eat carrot cake?
Because the other thing is I'll eat a pecan right out of the shell.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put it on a cake and bake it and all that, I'm not gonna eat it.
I don't like tomatoes, but I eat ketchup. I eat barbecue sauce. I do
Me too, bro.
spaghetti. Yeah, I don't. But but if I get a
I think
sandwich,
it's a difference in
Is it-
profile.
Yeah.
Once you do cook them or whatever, it just changes the profile.
well, I don't eat peas. There's
Yeah,
I have
absolutely
not
no
been
reason
eating
for me to
peas,
ever
so-
eat peas.
Not that anybody asked me, but I eat no bean except green beans.
No baked beans.
No pintos.
No
baked
bean. No.
I eat pinto beans.
Probably reason why I probably don't eat pork and beans is, well, once again,
Yeah.
we ate some
So we
pork and beans, and the only pork was in the beans.
Man,
Every now and then we get a hot dog, she slice it up and put it in there, but boy, I don't eat pork and beans.
man, my mommy would cook beans, and if it was left up to her, I'd still be sitting at the kitchen
Oh,
table.
you and me both?
Oh, 'cause you wouldn't eat it.
No, I wouldn't eat them.
it.
Yeah.
I would sit there literally 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a test of wills. I wasn't going to eat it.
Yeah. I know
Man,
my
it was
cousin,
so many-
grandma,
So
did
many
that.
wads of beans stuck up under that table.
You know, and we were taught if
wouldn't
they
eat
put it on your plate, you have to eat it.
For sure.
But my thing is why they put so many big scoops on there. Just give me a little bit, I'll eat it. They fill up the whole plate like, oh man, I'm gonna be here all day.
She's having another one of those
No,
flashbacks.
no, that's what they used to do to me because I don't eat soul food. So when I used to put it on my plate, I used to sit at the
Don't
table.
say that.
What,
They're
what,
like,
what,
you
what,
Don't
what,
say that.
when you say you don't eat soul food,
Yeah.
So
Like they used to put like greens and all that stuff, and I used to
you
sit
don't
at
eat greens.
No,
You eat dressing.
You don't eat
No.
dressing.
Dressing is not really soul food, though,
Wow,
because
God,
white
all that-
people eat stuffing.
Yeah, but stuffing and dressing are two different things.
No, they're the same thing.
They're not.
They are.
They're not.
They are.
they
I don't like the
What
smell
say
of
you?
Same thing.
They're
They
cooked
put
different.
breadcrumbs.
How they
on
cook differently? Don't you bake them?
No, they don't put all the stuff we put in ours.
They put
somebody.
croutons.
That,
Okay,
I know.
well,
I heard somebody. they
We
do
ain't talking
Jiffy
about
mix.
death. We're just,
They do Jiffy mix, right?
They
They put
who does
croutons.
Jiffy mix
I
for
don't-
dressing?
I don't know. I seen that on
Don't
social
work.
media.
No, it don't
somebody
work.
said Jiffy.
And I love
It's
Jiffy.
too sweet.
You got to make the.
I
real
love
You
Jiffy.
got to use your real cornbread. Break it up in
I'm
there.
sorry, not cornbread.
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 Cone. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah. So
Keith, I can't believe that you would insinuate that stuffing and dressing. were
You know
one and the
what?
Same.
You know, and black people always try to be so different. We do dress. It's the same thing, man.
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
think it's the
No,
same.
it's not.
What? Why is it different, Carvey?
They use Jiffy mix and croutons.
Who uses Jiffy mix?
Seen that on social
Jiffy
media.
mix
I
and
don't know nothing about
croutons.
that.
Who does Jiffy
He said
mix?
Jiffy and croutons. Who does, Carvey?
Who does?
Bro, how y'all gonna do me like that?
Well, you said
Did you see it on
so-
TikTok?
Yeah, I seen that on TikTok.
Oh, okay. There you go. They put everything on
No,
TikTok.
but when you're making real dressing, man, you're gonna,
Yeah, because a lot of people
celery.
do
You put your
sage,
celery.
right?
You gotta have your celery.
Yeah,
I
you
like
do
I
sage.
hate celery in my dress.
Celery, yeah.
yeah.
No, and I do know my
Cream of
Well, you talking
mushroom,
about
cream of chicken,
flashback.
cream of celery, them cans of soup you're gonna put over in there. You're gonna
My
work
Aunt
that thing out.
Viola
Mm-mm.
used to make this. This is before she wasn't using Jiffy. She used to have the sweetest dressing.
Well, she putting sugar in that in.
Yeah, she had the sweetest. I'd never, know, but my grandmother
Did
didn't
you
make
like
that way.
it?
Well, I had to eat it because they put it on our plate. We had to eat it, which gets me to when Rhonda and I first started dating.
Uh-oh.
Rhonda would do like steak, potatoes, and she'd do
You wanna
broccoli.
you want to do a disclaimer here?
No.
Okay,
And
go
so, so she'd do it. So one day, me and my buddy Fred, about a year, we've been about a year and a half. Me and my buddy Fred talking, and she's kind of, ear hustling, and she hear us talking, and I said, "Dude, I can't stand broccoli. I hate broccoli, dude. I hate broccoli." So Rhonda hears that, and she said, "Well, I wouldn't have given it to you if you didn't like it." I said, "But when you put it on my plate, I had to eat it."
Yeah.
So that, but now I really like broccoli,
I
or
do
as
too.
the God kids call them, trees.
They,
They call them trees.
that is very
you know what,
good
Keith?
description. Of
I think
Trees.
a story similar to that. My great grandmother used to bake all the time, and she made the best pound cakes, and you could imagine. So every weekend when we would go by there, she get this big old slug of cake, glass of milk. You sit there and you in heaven. You just got it made. Man, I go by there this one particular time. So it's my great grandmother, and my grandmother takes me there. So I get there, and she's giving me this big old slug of cake. She look in the ice box. She said, "Well, I ain't got no regular milk, but I got some buttermilk. You want that?" I said, "Yeah, I ain't never had
no
buttermilk,
way.
man. I don't know." Man, she poured me a big old thing of that buttermilk up and that big old slug of cake. Now, I don't like that. I don't want that. What does grandmother say? You gonna drink it.
Drink
Don't drink it.
So
Now,
I learned
buttermilk-
I
It's a
don't-
buttermilk.
Now,
Like
buttermilk.
the buttermilk you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what people would do,
I didn't know.
I don't know if your
Buttermilk
folks
what?
did this, but they did like cornbread, and they do the buttermilk, and then you sop the cornbread.
Cone.
I got to say cornbread.
Okay, I got
The
you. I got you.
cornbread
In the buttermilk.
in the buttermilk.
Mm.
Man, trust me when I tell you.
It tastes like spoiled milk.
Right.
Mm.
Got
You
butter
have
in
to
it.
drink it.
Yeah, she made me drink it.
Get buttermilk. Get butter in it.
Yeah, she made me drink.
So what? How much of it though is then we talk about depression, we talk about food.
Mhm.
So how about when we just overindulge?
We do, and that,
That causes depression.
well, don't
wrong
you
with
feel
me?
guilty?
What's
you
wrong
feel
with
guilty.
me?
Feel
Especially if you're
guilty.
working all year to, get yourself, and then that you just take
That
over.
one day ain't gonna change the equation.
But it's leftovers, so now you stuck with.
That's true too.
That's what we're trying to figure out this year too.
What you gonna do
Mhm.
with leftovers?
Try not to create a lot of leftovers.
Yeah.
You get where you look at go.
Yeah, white people.
Huh?
Eating that food for a long time.
Oh man, it you get, but I don't. Now my wife will tell you this is one of my little idiosyncrasies, right? I will not eat leftovers the next day.
Mm.
I will not eat leftovers the next day, unless there are some exceptions. There are certain things I will eat, but for the most part, I won't
Lasagna.
eat the lasagna is one I'll eat the next day.
Yeah.
Chili.
Chili,
Chili,
I'm gonna eat
yeah,
all week.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if we had turkey, obviously we don't eat turkey, but or chicken, bake, I'm not going to eat that. That's why I guess it gets into my whole thing about why we taking food home from the church social.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know you ain't gonna eat it.
You know you
pet,
ain't gonna
That's
eat
a pet peeve of mine. But but my uncle told me of a lady whereas when her invited guests, she tell them to get there early. And what she does is she makes them a plate, tell them go put that in the car now.
Mm.
And then when everybody else eat, you sit down and eat like you ain't had nothing because ain't nobody packing no plates out of here. I gave plates to who I want to have them. And that's how she did it.
You know, that was a little problem with the Church of Corinth.
Mm.
They used to tell people, y'all get here early, eat up all the food. Then when the other folks get there, ain't nothing there.
Mm.
Now, I saw this at a funeral at the repast where up in the windowsill, all these places were packed already.
Mhm.
Now, Sister LaFleur, who was, like one of our great cooks at Metro, what she would do is she would make salmon croquettes. And so the people working in the kitchen would eat that. And so then she didn't have to deal with the other food that's going out, to the folks. Got a call. I'm going to get the caller. So let me ask you a question. If you baked a cake, would you take a piece of that cake out before you took it?
No.
I think that is the ghettoest thing.
Yeah, it is. What?
You got
That's
no
crazy.
business bothering that food until it's served.
Yeah.
That's it. No.
Make a sample cake. If you
Yeah.
wanna.
Make your small one. Yeah. Keep you one at
Did
the
you
house.
do that,
or something.
Keith? And why you laughing so hard? You did?
Because I'm ignorant. I'm just that ignorant. Just that ignorant.
You couldn't wait? You couldn't wait?
Oh, yeah, that fell out. Oh, welcome to the program. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all gentlemen. How y'all doing?
The gentleman are doing pretty good. What about the ladies?
She doing good too, I guess. Hey, Lad, check it out. You heard her talking in the bitterweed milk.
Bitterweed.
What's that?
Bitterweed.
What is that?
Bitterweed.
No, we nobody knows what you're referring to. Elaborate.
Okay, then I'll tell you what it is. It's something like when a cat out in the pasture drink weeds grow bitter. And you
Bitter
drink it.
weeds.
Bitterweed.
Mm.
Bitterweed. The cat drink that, eat that bitterweed, then your milk come out bitter.
Mm.
Oh.
It tastes different
Why would you want it bitter?
because that's what the cat eats.
Oh, so we're replicating what the cows are eating.
Yeah, when you eat what your milk come out what the cat eats.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All
That's
right,
a
man.
new one, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Y'all have a nice meeting. Have a
You
nice
too.
afternoon and a nice morning.
Thank you.
Okay.
You too.
I went to preacher school.
Yeah.
And so all they do at preacher school is try their sermons out on other preachers. And they were talking about just how powerful God is.
Why are you laughing? Go ahead.
Because I love black people. So
You got me saying that.
deep, so the deep preacher go, look at God. You can get white milk out of a black cow. I was like, oh, you deep. Oh, you deep, bro. You really. But we were talking about the eating.
Behind that one.
All right, when we get back, we'll talk about depression over the holiday. No, we'll be right back. We're inside Be Healthy, Be You. Miss Julia Means, Miss Shakina Williams, Ascension, Wisconsin. We're talking about depression over the holiday season. So we'll be right back.
Real.
All right, welcome back. No, we were just talking. I think that there's probably, and I'm trying to remember where I read this statistic, that Thanksgiving and the Super Bowl
Mm-hmm.
are 2 days where domestic violence is really high.
Mm.
I understand the Super Bowl, especially if I don't
can
understand it.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That meal ain't right.
Oh man, or you get Uncle Money. My Uncle Money was gonna get there. Uncle Money, I can't ever remember, as long as I can remember, my Uncle Money ever been able to get through a whole holiday meal. Because at some point he getting kicked out.
You ever watched the movie Who Made the Potato Salad?
Yes, I did. And
She's a great movie critic.
Have you seen it?
yeah,
Keith?
my son be like, every now and then my son be like,
watch it.
every now and then my son be like, that's turkey. Remember that? Yeah,
Keith.
I should have watched that with my kids.
They all sitting down at the table.
Yeah.
Oh, it look good. And then he a police officer. The daddy said about a pig that don't eat pork. Well, where you find him at?
A pig that don't eat pork.
And then somebody messed around and said, "Who made the tater salad?"
And they was like, "Why?"
She grabbed the butcher knife. Why? Why? Don't nobody ask who made the greens, who made the dressing. Why you want to know who made it? Man, it is so funny. You got to see that. Man.
Yeah.
So do you think that, that's a whole other piece that when you do potluck?
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I don't. You're right. Luck is the operative word.
Man. How did Keke Palmer get so light?
I'm not even going to turn around.
Makeup, lighting.
Because that is Akilah and the Bee, right?
Yes, it is.
Keke Palmer?
She was always that color. That's not different.
Really?
She actually look a little darker.
Does she?
Mm-hmm. That's always been her.
She just, she had a baby. Yeah, there you go.
She, not her. I'm talking about the meal. I've always been reluctant. I can be hungry enough to bite a hook, but I don't need everybody's cooking. So you might say, "Hey, you better have something." No, I just ate. I just ate before I left the house.
Yeah, and that's a real. My wife is suggesting I go and talk to somebody about this. Because
what'd you say?
We got some
over there mumbling.
We got some numbers.
Let's do the numbers.
That you can
call. I thought you said some statistics.
No.
We got some numbers on this.
We got crisis.
You need to get some help.
Crisis line for Keith. Crisis line for Keith.
It was like the time my friend called me. We on the phone talking up on the street, and she just said it real quietly. She said, "You ever thought about going talking to someone, get some help?" I keep going. I'm 3 blocks up, 4 blocks. She just called me crazy. I called her back. Did you just call me crazy? She said, "I wonder what took you so long." I thought you were giving some statistics on depression. No, Keith, there is help.
There is.
No, I don't need no help.
You don't need
when
no
it comes
help.
when it comes to something like that, I just
really
I don't trust everybody's cooking, man. Like you brought in the cheesecake. I've heard nothing but rave reviews on Rhonda's cooking.
I'm a good cook myself.
I'm good with that. I mean, because Carol and different ones, I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah.
I can't be the only one in the room.
Well,
I may be the only one that will admit it.
People kind of, they go like, "Well, you don't eat at repasses. I don't eat at like church, like we have a fellowship afterwards. I don't eat."
Now that again, that's depending. If you got one of them good old church mothers that cook all the food,
Sister LaFleur.
But when you start talking about that potluck, everybody bringing in from home, they got cats and dogs and litter boxes in the kitchen and all that. Nah.
You don't know all of that.
I don't know, and that's why I just play it safe, and I don't.
Well, a lot of churches now are using caterers.
Yeah.
Because the mothers,
they're getting older.
They're older, and they're not doing all that.
Let me say something about this new generation.
They can't cook.
No, they
Why
don't.
You look at me?
I can cook.
You the young
hold on, just a
I
moment.
wouldn't dare ask her to cook nothing she don't eat.
Wait, hold on. Have you heard?
I went.
Are y'all listening? One more time, please.
Okay.
No. One more time. The other mic.
Oh, Carl.
He said it twice.
Oh yeah,
And
I can cook. I can cook well.
cook.
Actually,
Mhm.
I've been cooking since I was like 10 years old.
Kyrie, this is for you.
I still can cook.
Okay.
Let them know.
What's your
Carly.
dish? What's your dishes?
You know what's funny
I
about
don't
that
have a dish. I
is
like pasta. I make pasta.
if
well,
you grow up in a single parent home,
Yeah.
depending on your mama, but if you're in a single parent home, now if she was just a great cook from the giddy up, she's great. But it's a difference in cooking for your kids and cooking for your man.
Yeah.
Because what I'm going to tell my
love in
mama, I'm leaving. Why you leaving? I don't like the food. Where I'm going to go? And she's done some questionable meals. And I would just,
Wow.
Some questionable meals.
Okay.
but now you get hungry enough. And that was another one of my mother's great refrains. Oh, you get hungry enough, you're going to eat it.
Yeah.
So we talk about triggers. We talk about triggers that things can happen, memories.
A lot of moms not able to provide for their kids like they want to. Maybe lost their job.
Talk about Christmas.
Yeah. Maybe somebody lost their job before the holidays, and now they just it's hard for them to pick up
I asked
work.
Mama, when do we become Jehovah's Witness?
But we ain't because we
can't
always celebrate
Christmas. we Baptists.
I know Mike F. stand up said that his mama used to put a safety pin with a note and said, "We ain't celebrate Christmas." He said, "You rip it off as soon as he gets."
Oh, he was Jehovah's Witness growing up?
His mama switched it because she was like, I ain't got no money to buy y'all Christmas gifts, so she just put a note on him and said, "We ain't doing Christmas this year."
We was doing Kwanzaa gifts long before Kwanzaa was a thing because my mama wait till December 26th. And it really. We can get into it. I think now it's bringing on a whole level of depression for some people, certainly Christians, when it comes around Christmas, because now at least people are acknowledging Jesus probably wasn't born on December 25th. And that was a hard one. That was a hard one. And so now we have to understand that this is part of the pagan tradition that has been part of it. Easter, sorry to say it, I know we do the resurrection, but this was something that Constantine allowed into our practices. And so we'll put so much into, like, people are already arguing about, we took Christ out of Christmas. Christ was really never in Christmas, just to hate to disappoint you on that. So for some people, you've been used to. I think the other thing is how much we should appreciate this opportunity. I think Shakina started off with that. And maybe that can stay well. But here's the other thing. Let's check on people.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Check on people, especially people that they don't have family. Invite them over. Or send them a plate. But yeah, it's better to invite them.
It's better to invite them.
Look, my grandmother and grandfather were separated all of my life. I don't ever remember them together. But I can tell you every holiday, we was taking a plate to Man Smith. Every holiday. My grandma would be up there. Now you need to take your daddy. Here we go. But checking on folks to make sure they're okay. Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning to the cast of Be Healthy, Be You. And I just wanted to chime in on the discussion because first I actually was on hold because I wanted to talk about two songs that I only hear on WNOV during the holidays. And and they both give me a lot of joy when I hear them. And that is that song with Bonquisha and Otis.
Yeah.
And then that other song about passing the biscuit.
Jim Frazier.
The last biscuit. It's the last biscuit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the other thing, just before I forget, is that my family started practicing Kwanzaa when it was conceived, or I did as a parent. And then I remember real distinctly we would practice both Christmas and Kwanzaa. Then one year, when my kids were teens and I was unemployed, we had to just do Kwanzaa, and I had to tell it to my kids. It was hard on Christmas Day when everybody called them about what they got for Christmas. But after that, it was smooth sailing, and it was the best thing for my family because we still practice both. But for them to kind of do the cold turkey thing where you focus on family, making gifts, what are things that make our community stronger and how we look at doing that during the year, I appreciated that year where I couldn't afford to do Christmas.
Yeah.
Well,
a shout out to Otis, Bonquisha, and that last biscuit.
Okay, John.
And who did he sound so much like? We thought
JT.
JT sounded like
Yeah, it
JT.
does.
Yeah, we kept going, man. JT cut a
I
record.
didn't want to call in and say the song about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sound like
Hey, Denise, call in. Hey, do JT's song.
right. I'll do it too.
No, I think it.
I had to do a search to find the right title. I didn't want to call in and say, that song where they sound like the guy sounds like JT. I didn't want to do that, but since you brought it up.
So let me ask this question. This year we had
Yeah.
a delay in Christmas ads because of the election. Usually you get your Christmas ads right after Halloween. They usually start
Yeah.
November 1st. When do you start playing your Christmas music, Denise?
Well, really, the way I do Christmas, because my kids are grown, is a whole nother thing now. Because I just give people money, and
I said, but
nothing.
your Christmas
I don't
music.
cook anything. They cook for me. But before, when the kids were not grown, you mean?
No. I said, when do you start officially playing your Christmas music?
Oh, when I start listening to the radio, when it starts coming on the radio.
Okay.
And then I might have some things that I play at home, but mostly I listen to a lot of radio, and I always have since little kid growing up in the 50s. We didn't watch TV; we sat around the radio.
Well, traditionally in radio, the day after Thanksgiving is when you're officially supposed to start playing, but they have started doing it a lot sooner now. There's no real rule of thumb to it because
I
some
definitely
folks
got
listen
my
to it
favorite.
on Thanksgiving Day. They got Christmas music on at their house.
Ooh, that's
And then
too
I
early.
love that joke, that
too
kind of
early.
inside joke we got about how people play Silent Night. How one community in our community, we start out with "In My Mind."
Right.
In my mind. Yeah.
She's good.
No, she's right though.
Yeah.
She's right. It was a few years back. Oh man, it was really a few years back because I was still working on 76th Street. I'll never forget. It was like 65 degrees in December, and they playing Christmas music. And it's like what Debo was talking about being in California. Like, why? Or I went to a tree lighting one time. It was literally 60-something degrees, and you still had people out there in fur coats trying to look all Christmas.
Yeah.
It was like 65 degrees. So I don't know. I'm trying to think when it's too early to start playing Christmas music.
Well, I don't think there's too early because I'm watching Christmas movies already. I'm a romantic comedy person.
Okay, well,
so
fine. Look,
I'm
I got two
already
questions
watching
for
the
you then,
Christmas
Denise.
movie.
Two
Huh?
questions for you.
Okay.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
For some people, not me.
Okay. And the greatest Christmas movie ever done? Shakina, you can.
Would it be "It's a Wonderful Life"? It's the one everybody's
You like It's a Wonderful
watching.
Life?
That ain't that's not the one I'm watching.
Now, what
I'm
would be?
watching
What's your favorite
Stuff
Christmas?
like Friday, where they have the Santa Claus that steals everything from them.
I'm with Denise.
You go Fridays?
Friday.
Was that Friday after
It was
next?
Friday after next.
So you go Friday after next?
Yes, exactly.
tell you-
like she said, in my mind. That's
A Christmas Story. A Christmas Story is like one of the best Christmas movies.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to watch it.
You
just
never
to
seen
see
A
if I
Christmas
agree.
Story? Oh my
I
God!
know I've seen it, but I gotta watch it again.
Yeah, I think A Christmas
it's not
Story.
doing anything for me, Keith. Is what I mean.
Okay, so you think It's
Yeah.
a Wonderful Life? What about Charlie Brown's Christmas?
I love Charlie Brown's
I'd
Christmas.
rather
And
do
the
The Grinch with
Christmas
Jim
tree.
Carrey.
I've had many a Charlie Brown.
What about the
treat.
original Grinch cartoon?
The Grinch with Jim
I love
Carrey.
that. I love all Grinch-like stories.
Yeah. The
Okay,
Grinch
let's
with
go
Jim-
back to the 20th century. What about that Grinch was done?
The Grinch with Jim Carrey. That's a classic. That's
Yeah.
But have you
that's-
seen the cartoon?
Well, I remember the
I
Grinch
did. I didn't like
before
it.
Jim Carrey, though. Wasn't there a Grinch before, or is that just the
Yes,
book?
that was a cartoon.
Yeah.
You're a strange one,
Mhm.
Mr.
See, I don't
Grinch.
think
Yeah.
about Jim Carrey. I guess I'm
So
the
your
other
favorite
generation.
Christmas movie?
It probably be The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Okay. What about
Mhm.
you?
Oh, I don't have a particular favorite.
You watch Christmas movies, Miss
Watch
Julie?
Christmas? Yeah.
Usually by that time I'm sleeping.
Okay.
You and then
I get you.
taking a nap.
Oh.
But
Taking a nap.
Well,
Now,
we were
I
talking
got a
about the Christmas
favorite.
season. You're not sleeping through the whole Christmas season, are you? That's depression. That's a sign of depression.
Right.
Can I share
Keith, you
what
got to
my
tell her you got a
favorite one
crisis
is?
line for her.
Yeah. Talk about numbers. Use your numbers. Use your numbers, Julia.
Make sure you keep up with that paperwork. Man. Don't let that get away from you.
Can
Miss,
I share what my favorite one is?
Yes.
For it.
Okay, there's one that comes on. It's either Lifetime or the other one that does the perpetual Christmas movies, where they what is it? The Lifetime, not Lifetime, the Family Channel, whatever it is. Okay, so it's called A Very Nutty Christmas, and it may have a couple of black people in it, but not really. But the story is about this woman who one of her nutcrackers comes to life,
Oh,
and
jeez.
she falls in love with the nutcracker when he comes to life. And then when she finds out he's a nutcracker, she's upset and she's like, well, you told a lie. And he's like, he didn't tell a lie because he never said he wasn't a nutcracker. But he has a tattoo of Poland on the back of his neck.
Got a lot going
And
on
then
for a
there's
Christmas
a
movie,
scene
Denise.
with him cracking nuts. When they're making cookies and he's cracking nuts.
That's too complicated of a Christmas story.
This is 2 hour movie.
Right.
2 hours.
This is pretty complicated.
2 hours and
Are we
2
talking
minutes.
Christmas?
This is
Jesus.
we come, we
Yeah,
leave.
he's like, he thinks everybody in the town cracking nuts.
Okay.
Everybody in the town cracked a nut.
Yeah, because she's a baker. And she has to make like a few billion cookies for something. I'm exaggerating when I say a few billion.
And that's
Yes,
on what channel so I can avoid it?
Yeah, so I don't have to watch it.
We get deep for Christmas.
He comes in and he saves the day because he can crack nuts.
Oh.
Because he can crack nuts.
Did she fall in love with him? I got a lot of questions.
The Nutcracker is Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Talking about she didn't, when she's realizing that he's a real nutcracker, and then they zoom in on the tattoo of Maiden Poland on his neck. I swear, it does something to me.
See, that's the type of movie I would have to watch
It
in 3
sounds
days.
like it.
In 3 days,
It sounds like
I
it
would
does
fall
something to
asleep
you.
and I have to rewind, and I fall asleep and I have to rewind again.
It's a wonderful life. Get up and go. That's it. It's a wonderful
The
life.
Grinch
Very
is
nutty
real
Christmas.
simple to the point.
Okay, we're gonna be looking for that one.
You're a strange one, Mr. Grinch.
Happy holidays, y'all.
You
happy
too,
Thank
holidays
you.
to you. She brought up something. She said that her children are adults now, and mostly when you have boys, they marry and then they have their
own
families, their wives' family, and so she said, "I don't cook anymore. I don't," and that could cause some depression
Mhm.
if you were used to your house being the house that everybody came to and everything, and now everybody's dispersed. And I know a lot of families do things where they may have a meal with the mom one day and a meal with their wives family. So there are ways that you can work things out so you don't want anyone left alone and feeling by themselves on the holidays.
Well, you know what they do now with our generation is we do Friendsgiving. We do Friendsgiving. So if someone, when our friends don't have parents or they don't have their grandparents or something, a whole bunch of friends come together and we just do like a holiday for us.
You think that's new?
Well, we call it Friendsgiving. We don't know what y'all called it.
Basically the same thing.
Right. You didn't call it though. You didn't come up with the
I
name.
told you, Keon.
Yeah. Well, you never showed us.
Yeah, they never show up.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we didn't set a plate for you.
Yeah.
People, they're dealing with depression over the holidays.
Okay. You can call Impact at 211. They're 24 hours. Just be prepared to wait on the line. But they're there for call for help. And then there's the suicide prevention lifeline. And we hope no one gets to that point. But if they do, there is a number 1-800-273 8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. But if you miss this, Impact will give it to you. That's why I say go to Impact.
And there's nothing wrong with getting help. If
There
you
is.
feel
Nothing's
if you
wrong
feeling
with that.
overwhelmed, get the help. Get
Yeah.
the help, and no
Yeah.
shame in it at all.
I had one person come to me and say, I don't hear them voices no more.
Why are you telling the conversation we had? I shared that with you in confidence. You telling my business all on the radio? Yeah, be healthy, be you, be exposed. Let me thank Miss Julia Means, Miss Shakita Williams, all the callers that blew up the phone line. Want to thank you all. Carvey. All right. That's my new name, K Money.
Yeah,
Debo.
K Money, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Michelle. Everybody, thank you for being part of the program today. The good Lord will, and Creek No Rise. Hope to talk to everybody tomorrow. And as always, go from this place in peace.
Yes.